welcome back. You are still tuned in to Funtastic Fridays here on Newstalk 93 FM. Once again, we're your hosts. I'm Kimmie Kim, and we have Mr.
Fresh Concepts.
Soon to be named DJ
Lion
Lion. Alright, so if it is that you know that intro song, you know it is time for Talk the Ting with Kim. And this is a segment where we have our discussion. This is a segment that we learn more about different topics. We discuss different topics, relationship issues, financial issues. We just try to learn from each other, as best as we can. So I'm going to ask Lionel to keep track of the comments on the live. I saw a comment that just came in, and also keep track of the WhatsApp comments as well. So if there are any tips that you want to share or add to the list that I'm about to share, feel free to submit them. How can you tell me what that person on the live said? Right? But remember that the topic for us today is safety tips for the festive season.
Festivities.
All right. So let's get right into it. The holidays are a time to reconnect with family and friends, but they also can present seasonal safety hazards, as it is also a time when busy people become vulnerable to theft and other holiday crime. Yeah, sad, right? We can never be too careful, too prepared, or too aware, and this is where Funtastic Fridays wants to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So as the festive season approaches, while we are planning our Christmas dinner and our holiday enjoyment, it is just as important to plan for your safety during the season.
Definitely.
So please share this information with your family and friends, write it down, or screen record, whatever you need to do, but please bear these in mind as you go about this upcoming December. So, number one, and this is under the subtopic robbery prevention, because we know this prevalent during them time, So number one, ensure that valuables and personal items, this is like cash, electronic devices, your cards, all of that, right, are properly secured or concealed. So don't just have your purse in your hand and walk up and down. Don't just have your phone in your hand and walk up and down, because I think I told you guys this a few years ago. I was on campus and I was just waiting in a car. Somebody had gone to somewhere and I was just waiting. And I just took the time to observe, like students walking by. And everybody had their phone in their hand, whether they were looking down in it, whether they were looking at it at the time, or they just had it in their hand just swinging, right? So that was my number one tip for that reason. Because a lot of us don't realize that we do it. So now probably when I say it, is like going to start recall like, somebody do that for true. So if you are guilty of that, guys, please be more protective with your devices. And it's not just the phone, the earpods, all of them, something there. It says something. It tells your possessions.
Here's the thing, Kim. Mm-hmm. One, they're on the streets in traffic or whatever it is. They shouldn't be on the phone while driving, but they're on the phone and the phone they put the side way out of the window. You get what I say?
Yeah.
That again, that's not safe. They're crossing the road.
And I look on the phone.
So one, you're not seeing incoming traffic. Two, you're not even seeing if the light change. Three, you're not even seeing if somebody walking towards you. You're just in the phone. You're like, I don't know what level of trust these people have in the device, because I can't on the roads. I don't think they trust the roads.
And one of the things that I remember testing out myself, now to each their own, it might work for you. But I remember the day I tried playing music when I'm up on the road, and I was concerned because I couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah, you have to keep
like
it for
all I did, I was hearing just music. Even with the one ear, it was still interrupting me hearing clearly out of the next ear. So for me, I remember at one point somebody walked past me, and it surprised me because I never heard or felt the person come in. I said, no, I can't live life like this. Yeah. Right? I took my headsets out right away. So when I see people on the road, I know a lot of people don't have it on. Fine. But for those that have it on, please just be more aware of your surroundings. I think it does interrupt, how aware you are. And we've seen something tragic like that happen earlier this year. It was this year, right? With the truck. And the younger lady that was crossing, because people said she couldn't hear anything. So guys, please be more cognizant of that. So that was number one. Ensure you protect your valuables and your personal possessions while you're on the road or even at home. Number 2, for persons transporting large sums of cash, it is recommended that you utilize cash escort services, right? And this is offered mainly by private security companies. So this is something that I found this was definitely a useful tip, because we have been seeing a lot of things happening, with people carrying large sums of cash, and most times, as we know, it's an inside job. Could be the teller that assisted you with your withdrawal. It could be security guard was it something. It could be the manager upstairs will approve it, because they must approve before they can, dispense the money. All these things you just don't know.
Very nearby your tell, so yeah.
Could have been the very neighbor, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, come and So all those things you have to be cognizant of. So it is recommended that you try to find a trusted security company if you must travel with large sums of cash. I may not know all the reasons people need to have a large sum of cash on them, but whatever the reasons are, because there's clearly reasons out there.
Well, apparently more than I deem to
Exactly. There are clearly reasons out there. So whatever your reasons are, please be safe, please be secure. And if you have to travel with large sums of cash, try not to travel alone. Because I know enough of things say, boy, we can move inconspicuous. But as I say, it's not only up to you. You have to go to these entities for assistance. And chances are that's where the information is shared, right? So especially with this Christmas season when the phone decide for breath, I don't know, and touch the savings and all them something there, please, please, please consider using private security companies, all right? Number 3, thieves are utilizing motorcycles and other vehicles to commit robberies. So be aware of your surroundings. Avoid using devices like earphones while commuting, and of course your phone while commuting. Also, trust your judgment. If you feel there may be a threat, go somewhere safe, or you can even go to the nearest police station, right? I remember once I saw something online and they were saying humans are the only creation that don't follow them instincts.
And also the only creation that seems to be paying rent to live on Earth.
Well, that's who we are, right? But I'm just saying, we don't follow our instincts. If it is that if you watch the nature channels, the minute the animal picks up that something is amiss, something is off in the atmosphere, first they get very alert, very quiet, and then them not stay around to find out. Them take with themselves from the area, right? We will feel it in our instincts. I say, no man, something off. Nobody got this or whatever. But no, we want to touch road, we wanted this, we wanted that, and nobody can control because we're more adult than anybody else, I guess. And we decide to act against it. A lot of times we are supposed to trust our instincts. They're there for a reason, right? We're not talking about just what mommy dream, when mommy dream and say, so my dream say I must go up on a trip. We're not talking about that part there alone. But we also do have instincts and we need to pay attention to it. And as I say, go somewhere safe or go to the nearest police station.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4, and this is for all the braffers, for all the dolly them, for all the man them want to look like,
big money popping everywhere we go.
Exactly. Avoid wearing excessive jewelry.
Bling.
Particularly gold. Especially when walking in areas with high pedestrian traffic. So this is like a halfway tree. This is like a town. This is like a crossroad. This is like a manor park. Anyway, because all them places have high pedestrian traffic right now.
And also in those plazas.
In a Ligani. Even in the plaza then, because enough people I think they feel like, I'm going to like a sovereign. So I can sovereign as but I've heard of. I've not seen it myself.
Once there is access, a lot of people
grab chain and
the
run.
is to just probably grab and go into the crowd.
Exactly.
Or disappear to nearby bushes. But
exactly. So you have to be more cognizant. If you don't have to wear it, no want to look good. And the reality is, I found the things if you don't want to wear it, and the social can wear it.
Yeah.
But we know where we live. We know the environment we live in. We know the time of the year it is. So instead of trying to prove, say, a big brave and bold, just be smart.
It's called safety tips for a reason, people.
Exactly.
Prevention is better than the cure. So
better
be safe
than the cure.
Them can't even chain if it they won't.
Exactly.
Well, that's
they have a lower chance.
Yeah, lower chance. I would just realize why.
if they're home,
exactly.
right? So be cognizant of the stuff you wear. If you have your iPhone, be careful where you take it out too. I always tell people, I want them people there. If you need urgent assistance, don't call me. Reason being, if I'm on the road, that phone not coming out. And I don't have a hype phone, guys. I have a very simple phone. Basically, because nobody mistake it. And because I can't replace one right now, I just put it away until I'm in a position where I feel it's safe enough. And even then, we might take it out and check. Like, oh, Lionel, you come.
Yeah, you have a personal safe space.
Yeah, man, say, Lionel, what going? Oh, you like Lionel, depend long talking. I guess I'm on the road. When I reach home, I call you. That's it.
That's what I do. I have my two phones. I have one with kind of look hype-ish. I have the not so hype. So when I'm on the road, I only not so hype. I see because I'm in that excitement. I don't need to be pulling out my phone for make your sister me have this phone. And then also,
years we know it's but the reality.
I have all that earpiece. I'm just keeping one side as I said. Because in case I could call come, I not feel deep in my pocket for look on the phone to see what I just, So keep it less flashy out there, people.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to take out phone, and then where's about someone when I try to get to the phone, when I take out the wallet, the ID,
everything, and catch up on counter and all these
and
things.
then you get out to the phone, and then by the time you look back for the ID, the purse,
everything
and then
gone.
hey,
right?
Careful.
So just be aware, right? Number 5. And this, especially the ladies, because Lionel tell me say him see this Walip. Always ensure that your home and car keys are easily accessible
That
to minimize the time it takes to enter homes and vehicles.
All right.
So when you get a drop of your yard, now wait till you reach the gate and stand up at the gate, the unbag now and dig around. The place dark.
I'll take out, and then here you go, take out the phone, turn on the phone flashlight.
The flashlight, and now your hand occupied. And bear in mind, you are look down in the handbag, and anything cannot come
at you from a side.
Exactly. Especially if the driver don't drive off if you're at the gate already.
And you have got to take out the purse, and you take out also $5,000. Everything there on top of the key. Come on,
it's the same for if you're entering a car in the parking lot. Be prepared.
Have your key ready.
Have your key ready. Probably when you exit the building, you make sure it's in a place where you can reach it quick and fast. If it's one of them carry the way when you're close to the car, you can press the button. Then don't press from far neither, It's all about timing, because you can't when you exit the building. Exactly. Can't be say open the door, you press it because you soon reach the next minute. No. Wait until you're probably a few steps away, and then you press it, and then you just open the car, and when you go in the car, you lock the door before you do anything else. Because also persons like to sit in the cars and prepare and end the car and set up the phone and turn on the music, because the right music for playful for drive
sure you
off.
lock up.
If you want all that, that's fine. We're not fighting that, but close your doors. Lock your doors. Lock your doors. And please park in well-lit areas.
And then you see Kim now, it's certain places on the park. If I see anybody like them and look on me, I always give them the look, what am I going to do? I'll walk to the wrong car first and just double back. Can't follow me, G. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm going on the blue car. Whoop, nope. Back up to the
you don't know, because the thing is, you might see one person and that person is updating somebody else.
Exactly.
So as him say, the blue car, No, not for watch it. And if you feel once again uneasy,
you just turn back and go back in the building.
This one person is just the only person in the parking lot, and you say, but hold on it later. Could I even broad day and you just feel this random person in the parking lot and you just don't like it. Nothing is wrong with turning back and delaying your plan. I bet you delayed for 5 minutes, then you permanently delayed or something worse happened. You understand?
True that.
So be aware once again of your surroundings. If you can, park in well-lit areas, and as we shared even with the tips last year, observe the car, you might have to, don't do it obviously, but like glimpse under the car, because I've heard of stories too, them hide under the car. So that's why the well-lit area helps you, because when you're approaching the car, if there's like an additional shadow or something under the car, it helps you. Alright?
Can I say my shoes are out,
Exactly. So make sure you make note of those things. And as I said, keep the cars handy when you're heading into the house, and when you're heading into the cars, make sure the keys are nearby. Number 6, Do not leave valuable items on motor vehicle seats or
Alright.
areas within the vehicle that will make passers-by, be intrigued.
And nobody come talk about, well, the vehicle tinted. Well, sometimes when you put your face to it or get a little closer, you can still see through.
And you can look through the front glass when you the business place or the way you have to do. I can look through the front glass, right? Or probably I saw when you put it in the car. All these things can happen.
And I see a static that even the jewel companies are doing as well. Some of those jewel companies, usually, you have them have the glass display out on the road.
Yeah.
What they're doing, them are cover up the glass display. So you pass it by the store, you don't see what's behind the glass. So it's like they say, we're not advertising nothing for to break glass and grab.
So if they do that, what says we, right? So as we say, please try not to leave any valuables, the laptop, all of that, because I've heard stories of that too.
Yeah.
People leaving the laptops on the seats, in the laptop bag, because we know it's a laptop bag naturally, basically mean laptop, right? You might have other things in there, but I'm going to try the same way, because it's a laptop bag, right? So be more cognizant of that. Don't just have the phone willy-nilly. Even the people that want, they're on the phone, they the car drive, and you have the phone in the phone holder. If it's set in a place where somebody can reach your window and take it, that's also another risk, right?
Yeah.
So if you are able to, drive with your window them up. If you are able to, because we know not everybody have the AC, and the AC might have the issues or the gas where it causes. But even if it is that you have to open your windows, don't have it completely down. That's how I am. If I'm in a vehicle, if I have the window open,
you don't want it too wide open.
Man.
Anybody can jump in and jump out. If I'm going
to one taxi, I wind up to 3/4. I just want up the top this
one. Breeze.
Yeah, man. You have to go work like harder to stretch through the
and if anything, we can
the window.
Lock it in
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to plan. It's sad that we have to be so defensive, just existing defensively, but it's the reality, right? So don't leave valuable items on the motor vehicle seats or in areas in the car that passers-by will be able to see them. Now the next tip, keep a secure hold on your purse, ladies. Keep a secure hold on your purse, handbag, and your parcels. So just as Lionel said, sometimes I look in the bag and I start take out everything from a pin to an anchor, and then you rest the purse and then you look up and you probably all think you put the purse back, because the fact that you don't see it on the counter, you feel like, oh, I'm putting the bag already, man. And then when you reach someone already for use the purse, you realize it's not there. And I know we don't do this intentionally. I myself have actually accidentally left my phone on a counter. And the reprimanded look that I got from the woman. Because, guys, I was in a place, I just ordered something, and me have a couple things in my hand. So I'm going to catch the phone and catch whatever, do what I have to do. Take up back everything and was about to turn off. And that's when I was like, excuse me, and she never said nicely, you know, like she had cussed me without cussing me. So, aren't you forgetting something? I'm gonna say, like, why you look at me so far? Like, man, if I fight, you want to fight? Me never gonna fight her still, because we don't do violence. But I wonder, like, why she give me this dirty look? And then she just hand me the phone in the most attitude this way. But at least she gave him back the phone. True. Somebody else may not have done that. Them just see it as, it's the early Christmas. You understand? So I'm just saying it's easy to get caught up in what you're doing. So try to be more cognizant. Since then, I'm very careful with it. I try to be more cautious. Now, I'm going to say it can't happen again, but have a lesser chance now. Because that look, the what she give me, I'm not forget that no time soon. I felt so ridiculous, you know? And as I said, it could have been someone else who wouldn't have other desires for the phone, you know? So just be more cognizant. Ladies, especially, hold on better to your purse, your handbag, all of that. And especially when you have the bag then.
That's what I'm saying. With the other things as well, I know a lot of ladies, I mean, if you can get something that keeps your keys quiet, because now walk around like in a security, now have key, now have iPhone, now have purse, now about 17 different things. So when I time to find key a problem, when I time to find that a problem, and you just say about that shing, shling, shling. So everybody know where you're at any given time.
Exactly.
The best thing to do is to move quietly.
And it also is not safe for you when you have, come on, in the fun when you go shopping and I like the movie look.
Yeah.
When I have like 16 shopping bag, it is not safe. Because once again, your hands are occupied, your response time will be slower because you have all of this. And as as the tip I have here, when you reach the car, you go rest it on the car. It's going to delay the time you have to get into the car. Okay, if you go rest it down, say you can go in the handbag, say you can take out the key, say you can rest some on top of the car, some by your foot, some all that. That is enough time for somebody to attack it. Because you're not going to be watching out for them. Because you can't look in at the bag for the key, plus I look for who will come. Right? So once again, guys, just be what if it me if I take 2 trip, we know we don't like the 2 trip and the 3 trip story. But if that's what you have to do, take 2 trips. Shop from the few store, you have about 4 bag, head to the car, put it somewhere secure. Like they say, you can lock it into the trunk, put it somewhere secure, and then head to the other store. Then you not forget all 16 store one time. So you want to look like you come from a movie.
And get some help. I mean, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And if you can, even some of these places, the securities will help you, you know. So you have persons there, like if you offer, especially ladies, it's one of the things that we're blessed with. We're able to ask for help and we get a help without nobody else second guess we. The men don't have that privilege, right? They will see us struggle with 16 bag and nobody not looking for the man and say, yo, brother, you want help? But the minute you have 3 bag, somebody, you need help with that? And it might be genuine, might not be genuine, but we are in a position where we can ask for it and it's not seen as anything negative. Anything the man them happy. Tell them have a reason to talk to you, right? Yeah. But I'm just saying, think about getting the assistance if necessary.
So you when you buy all of them something for? Yeah.
Conversation start, all of that, right? But yes, so we need to be more cognizant of that. And as I said earlier, when approaching or leaving your vehicles, let me add in that part too. Because sometimes you reach somewhere and the surrounding look a bit shaky, but you still come out of the car. No. When approaching or leaving your vehicle, be aware of your surroundings. Do not approach your car alone if there are suspicious persons in the area. Ask the mall or store security for an escort before leaving your shopping location. Right? So they do, security guard is for all these purposes. It's not only just for secure the store. You can ask them, you can say to the manager, especially if it's night, hey, I go into the car, can, security guard step out for a second and help me? I don't really see them turning that down. You understand? You need to have somebody else watch for the 3 seconds or the 3 minutes the security gone for and come back. Or chances are there's at least 2 security. So them say, alright, yeah, you go and watch the floor, the one they can follow her go or follow him go. Don't be afraid to ask. And men don't be afraid to ask. Right? So we need to use up those services as best as possible.
And you have a little tactic I want to add in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, especially as I said, the ladies can get offered assistance more while. Sometimes you might not want to take the assistance from certain persons. Probably it's a new person. Probably they themselves look suspicious. In this case, you can alert the security guard as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Siki, may I go down here so here? Yeah. So they can see you going down with somebody. Somebody is aware of your movement at least. But say, yeah, man, see I go down there so with a brother in a black shirt on.
Yeah.
Don't just walk off so and just take your trust with a new person. Make sure say if your friend not there, yeah, you alert somebody else. So yeah, man, alright, my G. Just shout to somebody. Okay, Siki. All if you don't know him for Adams, but just make them aware, say, yeah, alright, Siki, so me get somebody to help me here. Yeah. And you don't have to, make attention to say, security, watch that man, The person will look and say, okay, alright, Missy say, shall I walk with that guy? Yeah.
Exactly. And ladies, if you're using public transportation, overall, everybody, not even ladies alone, don't ramp or send the license plate to somebody. That is something I do religiously. Right? If I'm going in a vehicle, I'm taking a taxi, or I'm taking, even if it's somebody I'm not too familiar with. Let's say Lionel saying can't pick me up and he must send money for me. Chances are, somebody else may have overheard that conversation and send somebody too, right?
Yeah.
So you just have to be cautious overall. Ask Lionel, what the license plate of the person you said, what the car look like. You have to ask those additional questions. And Lionel gonna understand, your friends are gonna understand. If you have a friend as well, there's applications that you can download. I know persons that them share with them family. Everybody have the same application. Once I move, me I touch road and I just check the app. Because if anyway you see to go some area, I never tell you somewhere I go.
Can check in.
Exactly. And then these apps also have like a button. Even your phones have like safety things features, that you can do, that you can press. And once you press it 3 times or 10 times or whatever, it sends a silent alarm to indicate that something is happening, right? So utilize technology, not only for social media and for the likes and the video and the laughter. You can also use it for your safety, right? Next one, and this is a top one because it's something that we cannot avoid doing. Persons using ATMs are also urged to be vigilant and protect their debit or credit card information. Avoid using ATMs in secluded areas and do not accept assistance from strangers. Also, protect your PIN by shielding the ATM keypad from anyone who is standing near you. So this one is a big one and it's tricky because I remember one evening I went to an ATM and there was a lady. Was a lady? I don't remember. It was somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in the ATM before me and I was just waiting. And then the person come up my door and said they must struggle. Like basically they're having difficulty, we can't help them. And God know guys are second guest.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I never want help, you know.
Right.
But just there wonder what can apply this.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're not sure about the situation, I don't do it. Or
exactly.
make somebody know where I'm going.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna help that lady carry 2 bags, you know.
Mm-hmm. Or actually I went in there and I left the door open.
Even that too.
And even that was a receipt, but guess what? Both are we in there. Man, the door never locked, man. I kept it ajar.
Make sure
I'm say, what you say?
Yeah.
And come in, we have outside, and I don't know what you have inside with you.
Yeah.
But in the moment, in that split second, I had to think, like, okay, Kimmie, if I go in and need something, what you gonna do? Because you know, I have no chance for you to text nobody and say, yo, this a go on. And it's not like anybody was on the road with me. And I just decided to open the door just to not look suspicious. But the door was open. I left. If the person have a problem with it being open, I'd have to say, sorry, I can't.
Alright, I have to go make it a call.
Yeah, if you had an issue with me having the door open, but I kept it open. I was like, and me never even fully into the ATM. The door open, one leg and the shoulder hold the door. I'ma say, yeah. And them tell me, I'ma say, oh, just do that, man. And I'ma give them the steps and they say, okay. And I'ma step back out and close the door. When them pass and tell me thank you. But I'm just saying, it could have gone anyway. Right? So once again, instinct, because my instinct instantly said, Kim, this could be a trap. Right? So you have to be aware. Especially if you love helping people. I love help people. But you have to be wise in the midst of it as well. Because I'm going to go in there and knife draw.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they know I'm here at the ATM line, so you must be doing something
must have
money-wise.
a card.
Exactly. And I'm already in here. And that's actually less suspicious than somebody outside behind you.
I said that still not in case they might listen.
Oh, well, the reality is, the reality is. So I'm just saying, if you find yourself in that position where somebody genuinely need the help, still have safety precautions, right? So, as we said as well, ensure you protect your PIN.
Yeah.
Ensure it's covered. Some of the ATMs have the little section where you put your hand in. But even when that is being done, still protect your PIN.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to go to the break. We have more tips to go through. But I hope you guys have learned something. And I hope you guys will put at least 3 of them into practice all before December starts.
Yeah. Right now.
Right now, exactly. But we'll be right back
tomorrow.
after the break.